Forget fennec foxes and hedgehogs. Move over, quokkas. There's a new viral squee taking over the internet, and her name is Moo Deng. Tiny, shiny, and as round as a Christmas ham. She's even blushing pink from being so dang cute. And don't mess with her, because her cousins on the other side of the tracks are some of the most aggressive behemoths in the world. These are the hippopotamuses. Hi, I'm Danielle Dufault, and you're watching Animalogic. Hippos are some of the coolest, weirdest, and most dangerous animals in Africa. They kill as many people as crocodiles each year. Yet, when they're babies, they're so adorable we can't help but fall in love with them. Today, only 2 species of hippos exist: the massive river hippo, aka the Nile hippo, and the fun-sized pygmy hippo, Moo Deng's kind. Though they differ greatly in size, hippos are so strange that nothing else could be mistaken for them. They look almost prehistoric and essentially unique. There's no other animal you could see walking down the street and think, oh yeah, that's a hippo. They're iconic. Both hippo species have rotund bodies, broad grinning mouths, whiskery snouts, and tusks that grow throughout their lives. And they both have special adaptations for water, like the ability to close their ears and nostrils underwater and stay submerged for up to 5 minutes at a time. So yes, let's take this chance to see a baby pygmy hippo in the water. Aww! Hey everyone, we have exciting news! We're thrilled to announce the release of Animalogic's very first book, Strange Creatures. This book dives into the most incredible animals we've ever featured on the show, with each chapter packed with my illustrations and stunning full-color images. It's a fun and engaging way to learn about the animal kingdom, and a perfect tool to spark kids' interest in science. Each chapter breaks down an animal's biology, behavior, and all the coolest facts you need to know about these fascinating creatures. Animalogic's Strange Creatures is a must-have addition to your own library, or the perfect gift for an animal lover this upcoming holiday season. Click the link in the description to check it out, and if you can, order a copy. It would mean the world. Thank you so much, and I hope that you love the book. Pygmy hippos prefer thick jungle and spend less time in water than river hippos, but we'll get into that a bit later. One of the first things that you notice when you see a hippo is that they seem to glimmer. Babies even seem to have an adorably glossy finish. The radiant glow makes it look like they're wearing makeup, but it's actually just good old sunscreen. Hippos produce their own sunscreen-like secretions to protect themselves from the sun's rays. This oily fluid is called blood sweat due to its color. This secretion protects their skin from the sun and from infections thanks to its antibacterial properties. Sadly, for all of us pygmy hippo appreciators, they're mostly active at night, which makes you wonder why they need so much sunscreen in the first place. Hippos, both giant and pygmy, are nocturnal. During the day, they stay cool in water, or in the pygmy hippo's case, hide in dense thickets, away from the dehydrating heat of the sun. At night, these herbivores emerge to graze on aquatic plants, grasses, fruits, and other vegetation. Hippos also have a quirky habit of marking territory with their poop, creating what's known as a dung shower. They use their tails like sprinklers to scatter their dung, an excellent way to spread your chemical markers in all directions. But while both hippo species mark their territories this way, common hippos take protecting their turf to the extreme. Because of this, they're the deadliest land animals in Africa. Common hippos are fiercely protective of their dung-marked land. And I'm not just talking about Pablo Escobar's invasive Colombian cocaine hippos. They attack anything they view as a threat, whether it's a lion, crocodile, or even a person. This territoriality has made them the largest invasive species in the world, as they have spread along large parts of the Magdalena River of Colombia. The river hippos were imported by Escobar for his private zoo. But once he was captured and his zoo fell into disrepair, the hippos escaped into the nearby river system. Having no natural predators and enjoying a lush waterway with no dry season, the hippos multiplied quickly. This affected the local ecosystem as they crushed the soil and destroyed fish spawning areas. The Colombian government is currently dealing with them. If you want to learn more about them, click on the link at the end of the episode. Their actions are necessary because hippos can be deadly. In Africa, they cause an estimated 500 human fatalities each year. While they may look clumsy and cumbersome, hippos are actually built to kill. They have extremely sharp tusks that can reach over half a meter long, and the bite strength behind those teeth is 3 times that of a lion. They are also 3 times faster than the average human, not just in the water, but also on land. Outswimming or outrunning a raging hippo is simply not an option. To their credit, common hippos will give you ample warning that they are angry about your existence. They'll open their enormous jaws super wide, displaying their mouth daggers. They'll also make head scoops, grunts, and aggressive splashes in the water to warn any threat that they are dead serious about an attack. Unlike pygmies, common hippos live in large family groups called herds, consisting of around 10 to 20 constantly changing individuals. It's not unheard of for groups to balloon to as many as 150 members. Within these groups, clashes frequently break out, sometimes with lethal consequences. By contrast, pygmy hippos, like docile little Moo Deng, live a quiet existence alone or in pairs. If another pygmy hippo happens to cross their path, observations show that they are generally unbothered. Unlike their hyper-belligerent cousins, pygmy hippos are so reclusive and elusive that they're nearly impossible to observe in the wild. Much of what we know about them comes from zoo studies. What we do know is that their reclusive existence in the forest means that they are vulnerable to human threats, like logging. There are other key differences between these two hippo species. A lot can happen in 4 million years, which is about how long ago these two species diverged. The most obvious is, of course, that common hippos, the second largest land animal after elephants, can weigh over 2,500 kilograms. Whereas pygmies weigh just about 200 kilograms. To put that in perspective with another giant land animal, a large male river hippo is about the equivalent of 6 male polar bears. And a pygmy hippo is about the size of 1-year-old baby polar bear. The size difference is a classic example of island dwarfism. The pygmy hippos live in the mainland, but their habitat is a small forest surrounded by ocean and savannas unfit for their lifestyle. Food can be hard to find at certain times of the year, and the forest might not provide all the nutrition that larger hippos need. And finally, large animals tend to have trouble keeping cool. River hippos deal with this by staying underwater most of the day, but in the rainforest, they'd struggle not to overheat. When looking at their features, common hippos' eyes, ears, and nostrils are on the top to enable them to lounge submerged in water, while pygmies have rounder heads with eyes set on the side. Common hippos have stubby legs and webbed feet, while pygmies have longer legs and separated toes featuring sharp nails. While they are technically also terrestrial, common hippos spend most of their time in lakes and slow-moving rivers. Almost 80% of their lives are spent bobbing around. One theory as to how they became so enormous is that their massive weight is buoyed by the water, therefore allowing them to get larger and larger over time. By contrast, pygmy hippos spend most of their time on land, which could be why they've remained much smaller than their humongous cousins. The more slender legs of the pygmy hippo allow them to nimbly navigate the forest floor. The differences between these two hippo species raises an interesting question. Did their habitats shape their traits, or did their traits shape where they live? It's one of those classic chicken or egg scenarios. Thanks to her internet fame, Moo Deng has helped shine a light on conservation for these endangered pygmy hippos. What should we talk about next? Please let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for new episodes every week. Thanks, and see ya!